I want to pivot a little bit to your work in data governance. I kind of glossed over this with a single sentence, but you did stand up and create arguably one of the best data governance programs that I know of. And of course, I'm very biased because I got a chance to partner with you and be part of it. But the reality is a lot of this work was non-technical. It was procedural and policy driven and accountability driven across the organization, not just EHR databases. Can you talk a little bit about when you first came on board, what the framework was that we put in place for you to initially do investigation and discovery and to research that, and then kind of what you ultimately were able to put in place here at Asante?
You were a part of this since the beginning. We did have a first attempt, right, at data governance, and largely stemming from the fact that we were going to start to ingest additional information from outside the system. We were going to start to share more data outside the system, and we really had concerns about how certain are we of the quality of the information we were going to share, the data we were going to share, and that prompted us to think about governance as a structure we needed to have in place in order to ensure we could deliver quality data and manage the receipt of quality data. So our first attempt was largely academic, and we learned from that experience as you were a part of that original team. But then following that, when you and I got together to talk further about how we would do this again, I think one of the smartest things we did was to spend some time really researching and understanding what we wanted to get out of data governance. It's a big domain. If you were to go out and look at the internet and search on data governance, you'll find any number of models with any number of elements that are supporting data governance. But at the end of the day, when we did our research and spent some quality time doing that research and talking to people, talking to other healthcare systems, other governance organizations outside of healthcare, we came to the conclusion that really we needed to focus on just a few things. With the size of the system we have, we really only needed to focus on a few things. And we identified these as our pillars. And they really surround accountability for data assets across the enterprise, the proper use of our data assets within and outside of the enterprise, quality, the core elements of quality for data, and lastly, movement, right? Because there's a risk both in and outbound with data coming in and out of the system.